See, I was making saving throws to see whether he would have managed, but obviously he failed.
He didn't.
So if you were to stand on the sarcophagus, it would have happened to you.
Well, unless we're careful.
Yes. So that goes on to L. L's turn.
Okay. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay.
How many
Movement do you have?
No, I'm checking against, because I have ranged at will powers, so I'm just checking against the range of them. Okay.
And the bladesman, therefore I can use them.
When an ability says you slide a target, is that to the sides?
That can be in any direction.
Any direction.
It's the same as a push, but it can... it's like the queen in chess.
Right, yeah, okay. Unless there's an obstacle. I can't slide them over obstacles, right?
But you can slide them towards you.
I wouldn't be able to slide them over the barricade though, would I?
You could trip and fall into the barricade.
Now there's a point. Okay then, I will... Oh, hang on. I will move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that 6?
Yeah, that's
yes,
six.
that's 6. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is that? Would that work? If I wanted to attack him, would it be a range of 5 in there? Okay. Then I will use my encounter standard action blunder. Hang on, let me just read the description. I point my sword at the enemy.
Because you're a sword mage, and that's what you've enchanted.
Yes, I have an enchanted sword. Actually, there's a point about that. It's not relevant to the ability I'm using, but there's a thing the sword mage can do called sword bond, and she has to meditate with the sword for an hour. Can I assume that she's done that before the start of the quest?
Yes.
Okay, just...
Now, once she's done a spell, does she have to do that after every encounter or every day?
No, that's the sword bond thing lets her call the sword to her from 10 squares away, if she, for whatever reason, uses that sword. But that's not related to this ability. I'm just asking, because I just remembered now because you mentioned about the sword mage stuff. The blunder, nothing visibly happens, but the foe, the hobgoblin, seems to visibly be confused. The ability fogs the foe's mind.
Right, okay.
The ability is called blunder and causes the enemy to stumble 2 squares towards me into the barricade.
Okay.
It does 1d6 damage plus my charisma modifier, so d6.
It does damage as well?
Yes, it does. Oh no, it's not 2, well, it doesn't matter because it can't go over the barricade. But yes, it does do damage. It's 1d6 damage plus my charisma modifier. Oh, but I have to roll to hit, actually. It's charisma versus will, sorry.
Okay, so you want to make a roll to see if it hits first?
Yes. 9 plus 4, so that's 13. Doesn't hit.
No, he wasn't fazed by the magical spell.
Oh well then. My character dramatically flourishes her sword at the enemy and nothing happens.
Yes.
And that's also used up your encounter power.
Yes, it has. Damn it. Okay then.
So with your minor action, you just sort of went...
No, it's a standard action.
I know.
Okay.
But with your minor action, you just kind of looked at it and just went, get your act together today, mate, will you? Right, I need you today.
No, with her minor action, she glances at her sword, slightly confused, and taps it to make sure it's still working.
And that's Pete's turn.
Right, do I need to use a spell or not? Because I've got Wizard's Curtain, which means that the people in the room can't see me in the room.
How often can you use it?
Just once per... It doesn't say whether it's
It's
a ritual alchemy.
It's a ritual.
It's a ritual, so is that once per encounter or is that once per game?
With rituals, you use the components to cast the ritual, so I think you can use them as many times as you want as long as you have the components.
Yeah.
Does it say what the components were?
Doesn't.
Hmm.
It usually says it in the description
Right.
of the ritual.
What I shall do, on this occasion, I'll just move into the fray. Because on the next one we're going to be attacking them.
What's it?
I can just move my
How many spaces?
6 spaces.
So the whole staircase is one space. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's
You
it.
good with
I'll
that?
do that.
Okay. I think I've painted him really well.
Yes.
We did.
It was ages ago though.
And that one. And is that the end of the
That is
turn?
it, yeah, because we'll
Yeah.
wait for the next round.
Okay.
Okay. That goes back to leasing.
Right.
Lee.
He hasn't moved yet, has he?
No, he hasn't moved.
Well, because I've got first strike, at the encounter start, I get combat advantage against foes that haven't acted yet.
Yeah.
Is that during the
Yeah.
encounter?
See, this is the new round.
Right.
So no goblins have acted yet.
So
Well, except for the one who managed to set himself on fire.
Yes.
This
Haven't
this
been
round. This
Yeah.
round.
No, but I think he means, you mean at the start of the second
Yeah.
round, if someone hasn't moved, then he has combat advantage against them.
Right. Okay.
Is it just for this one round, or is it
Is
for
it
the rest
a
of the
recurring power?
it's what the first strike, like the get combat advantage, that's like a racial power.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And I've got sneak attack, which means I get +1 to the damage on any enemies that I have combat advantage against.
Right. So
So
you'll have to be able to hit him first.
Yeah.
So
where? So am I gonna like sneak round and then attack
if you
them?
want, that was what I assumed you were going to do. But I mean, that means you have to move further to get round to him, though.
Yeah.
I mean, when he's out of it now.
Do you have any, like, what weapons do you have with you? Do
I
you
have a dagger, hand crossbow, and 5 shurikens.
Because he doesn't know he's there, so if he could hit him
Could
with
you
a
not
dagger.
get him with the crossbow and get the extra damage,
Yeah.
since he doesn't know you're there?
Will I don't have to move close to him.
What's your range of the crossbow? I mean, you should be able to hit him from this right distance anyway, unless you get a penalty.
Yeah. I'm not sure what the range is. I don't know.
I can't tell you.
Well, will it not say,
Quite
do you not
well.
have a basic ranged attack card?
No.
Alright.
That is a ranged
basic attack.
Yeah. I can move 2 squares before the attack, and it's dexterity versus AC. So that's 16 plus 3 for the attack. Or wait, it's the attack and then the hit, isn't it?
Yeah,
So
the
I
attack
have-
is
I have
whether
to
you hit
roll.
them.
Right,
So
right.
Yeah. So make to see if you're gonna hit them.
you're going to get up. So.
Right.
First of all, you need to check
That
if you
would be
can
a
see
minor
him.
action, wouldn't it?
That is actually a move action. Standing up is a move action.
But since I can move twice, that's
fine.
fine. So
So is this your attack now?
yeah, I'm gonna attack him with my crossbow.
Okay. I just need to check something. If you go from corner to corner, and if there's a wall in the way, this time there just isn't.
Like that.
Just.
So,
But if there was, he would get an extra +2 of his armor class.
Right.
But that is not an effect.
But he does have the +2 because he's behind the sarcophagus anyway.
I
yeah.
see. Which is not on fire.
Is there any way I could like roll stealth for the attacking, like so I could like attack, like if I was to miss him, would he realise it?
That would have to be a standard action
Right.
to see whether he would see you or not.
Oh. So I'll just use it.
In fact, that would happen anyway. It would happen anyway because he'd
Because
see.
you've already
Because
installed.
you're gonna, but because you're gonna fire it, he's gonna know where it comes from.
Yeah.
So he's gonna check if he sees it or not.
Oh right. Right, that's fine. So a dexterity for versus AC for the attack. 5
Oh.
plus. Wait. How was it again? So if it's dexterity,
It's plus.
So
it's
it's
a,
plus
it's an
3.
attack roll. It's that
Yeah.
one. So it's +3.
so it's plus 3, so that's 8.
And it was that against his armor class.
Yeah.
Did I hear something? What was that?
Not what it was. It was a good try.
So is that the end of my turn?
Yeah.
Right. Great.
Cleric's on the move. Hobgoblin's turn.
That one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The hobgoblin readies his longbow and fires it at the cleric. What's your armor class?
AC.
Oh, is it me?
Yeah, what's your armor class?
Ah, sorry, my armor class is 10.
Take 14 damage.
Ah,
Got a pencil?
14 on 78. I've got it left, I'm alright, I'm alive.
Then the goblin turns around and sees how his friend is in danger. So he runs over and waits there. And he sort of starts fanning, as a man, he starts sort of fanning the flames, trying to put them out.
Right.
But he only ended up burning his own fingers, so didn't do anything.
Right.
He damaged himself.
As long as he burned fingers,
Yes.
he'll be fine. And yeah, that's you done.
Okay.
You get back in the game.
Right. Right, I'm just looking to see what I show you.
I hope you have a ranged attack. Unless, can he move past us when we're standing like that?
Yeah, I was
No.
actually.
No.
I can't move.
So,
I
well,
actually,
you can move to there or there if you want.
Oh, you can.
yeah.
I think with the goblin. All right.
No, that's what I mean. I mean,
No,
can
can I
he like
move?
go past
Yes,
us when
you
we're
can go
like
through
that?
them. You can
Okay,
go through them. Yeah, it just still counts as an extra space.
It
but-
counts as an extra space.
Now they are together, so if you were to use like a
If you have,
burst
like, a
attack,
splash damage.
yeah,
Yeah.
you can do like a splash damage attack, and that's called burst. And how burst works is, you pick a spot where the damage would take from, and then if it was burst 1, it would be 1 square out. Burst 3, it would be 3 squares out.
Yes. So, how do
So
I go
when it
about
says
that?
like burst 1, if
Yeah,
it was around me, it would be like that.
yeah,
So
it'd be
okay,
1 square
So
out.
it's like 3 by 3 square for burst 1. Okay.
So does that have to go by a roll? Or,
Do you have a burst damage attack?
I don't believe it. No, I don't think I do. So that is a misnomer. What I can do is it possible to move 7 squares?
You think you'd have to climb over the sarcophagus, which could end horribly.
Yes.
So
Moving over the sarcophagus as well costs you an extra square.
how high are they? Could he possibly jump over it rather than climb over it?
Yeah, yeah, you could do that.
I suppose that could also end horribly if you fail it.
You'd have to
Depends
use-
on your acrobatics and athletics.
Yeah.
Well, my acrobatics is pretty high.
Yes, well, you would do an athletics check. An acrobatics check, sorry.
Acrobatics check. Right. Lucan advances very aggressively, frustrated over the haphazard attack tactics of his comrades.
I mean, it's not my fault, okay? My son's having an off day.
It's not his fault.
My character would
That
like
hardly ever happens to me.
Yeah.
My character would like to point out that he thought it was only men who had daily problems with their swords.
Yeah, what are you trying to hide?
Not bad. I mean,
So moving on.
One,
Can you go through?
2, that will be 2. And then
3.
3 is the one in front.
3 is that one?
Yeah, and then
That
4.
one.
How many spaces can you move?
I can move 7.
Right.
Oh, so that's 5, 6 on top of the sarcophagus.
Yeah,
It's 6.
so that would be 6 on top of it.
Okay.
Right, now-
6.
And
On
one.
the
Now
top of it.
roll
I need
your athletics check.
does he really want to be on top of the sarcophagus?
He does.
Yeah. If
Well-
I can get 6 there, I would land there if the acrobatics check works,
Right.
and then
Yeah,
There.
I know, but like.
and then I can actively attack this hobgoblin,
Ah, I see.
which is what I was aiming for.
What do you need?
What?
He doesn't know. He'll
I
roll to
don't
find
know.
out if he makes it.
Get an 18.
Is that a?
That's a 6.
That's a 6
Oh God.
Looks
Oh
like a
no.
plus 7.
You fall through the sarcophagus.
Yes.
And you cover yourself in oil.
Oh no.
Now make a check against your reflex. In fact, no.
Is there a saving throw at all?
I'm actually making this roll for you, so this is versus your reflex.
What is my reflex stat? Is there any stat that I need
Yes.
to...
Reflex
It's
13.
13.
No, I'm rolling for
God.
this. And what was yours?
My reflex is 13.
You just managed to clamber out before you managed to set yourself on fire.
Just.
So
I was just thinking, 'cause I've got empty flasks, I was just thinking I should have filled one of them with water before coming into my
that would